thoughts on the game after a disappointing result?
Aye, disappointed. I think the kind of enthusiasm and what we tried to bring to the game was there. It was just a case of moments of quality going forward. Probably testament to Partick's defence as well. Couldn't quite break them down, but certainly had kind of moments and opportunities that we should be doing a wee bit better with.
The opening goal, I think we stood an opening spell of pressure, and then when the opening goal comes in, I think we might have jinxed it in commentary because we said it's important that we just try and make sure we don't concede another quickly, and we do. It must be incredibly annoying that it's from a corner again, like on Tuesday night.
Aye, it's but again, like you said, it's kind of small basic errors. I think lead up to the first goal, it's a switchy play where there's a chance for us to be in the front foot, go and anticipate the switchy play and intercept it and go and start a counter attack in our favour. But probably negatively thinking too much about them, and by the time that we react, I think it's Johnny at the time, by the time he reacts and actually commits to go and trying to win the ball back, we're a wee bit disjointed and stuff, whereas maybe having a more aggressive approach in terms of recognising that pass is on to go and intercept, maybe starts an attack going forward. But it doesn't change the fact that the second goal as well, it's actually myself, I get the first contact, get it up in the air, perfect opportunity for the goalkeeper to come out and take everybody in his line of sight, and obviously within that they get the header, so it's frustrating because, like you said, how quickly it comes, and then from there you're kind of chasing your tail a little bit, and it's difficult, especially when you're low in confidence to try and break down a defence. But we should still be doing a hell of a lot better.
There's a big moment, I think, in the second half. You said to yourself, 2 goals is so much harder to pull yourself back from than 1, but we have that opportunity to half the arrears, reignite the game, and it's all ifs, buts and maybes, and I know they don't get us anything, you get no points for nearly, but we're very close to doing that when it's played through to Lewis McGregor. Good goalkeeping, maybe better finishing, but when that moment doesn't happen, it was hard not to feel like we weren't getting anything out of the game.
Nah, again, like I'm critical at the right times, I'm critical sometimes too harshly on the boys. Listen, if I said to forwards you're going to have a one-on-one with the goalkeeper today, you'd bite your hand off for it. It's a good time in the game as well, you know. We just started to gather the momentum and get after them and force them into mistakes, and you could start to sense the kind of momentum shifting a little bit, and those are big moments in games, and like you say, you don't concede the goals, Lewis or the forwards go and take their chances, then the game kind of swings on its head and you're going into the last part of the game, not with 5-10 to go, with a big chunk still to left to play. Then it's obviously confidence and going and taking opportunities, but we never done enough in forward areas to really go and test the goalkeeper and obviously get the points.
It's going to make it obviously another difficult weekend. Everyone's going to be looking at it and saying that's another opportunity to get points back missed. So do your thoughts move on to Hamilton immediately, or will you be able to at least go and enjoy your Christmas first and then go to Accies and see if we can get that 3 points?
No, listen, my thought will be Hamilton. Listen, of course we'll enjoy Christmas with the family, 2 young kids and stuff myself, so it'll be important that I make sure I try and switch off as best I can. You know, Christmas is about time with the family and all about the kids, so we'll have a day off and back to work.
The match did have some rays of hope for us, I suppose, and yourself and Dino come back in, get the start, get played and get plenty of minutes in. How did you find it physically being out there again?
It was fine. Kind of circumstances kind of put us in there. Obviously Luke for the tackle on at Livingston has ruptured his ACL, which it's our kind of luck at the moment, but again you're down to the bare bones, and one of the ones I've no trained in 4.5 months, but if I can do my bit for the team, and it was just a case of try and let the guys at the side know how long I can get through the game, but well, it's fine, felt fine, no kind of pain in that, so it's about recovering now, and again probably testament to where we are at the minute, that the boy who's come out for a tear in his ACL after 4.5 months comes in and gets man of the match, so shows you how much like I said, Dino and these guys are important to us.
It's not made the difference today, but it will make a difference having quality players like Dean, like yourself, back in and able to contribute to the squad.
Of course it does. To have a quality player like Dean McMaster and the other guys who are out, to have them in your thought process of picking a team, and selection is always good as opposed to not having them. Dino as well, I think his sharpness and his match fitness will only get better and better as the weeks go by, but like I say, it's important that we manage the load into him. We managed to get kind of 60 minutes out of him today, so no doubt he'll be feeling it tomorrow. It's the first kind of game that he's played in a long time, myself included, so we'll be walking kind of stiff tomorrow. But hopefully, like I say, we've got boys on the mend and try to get them off the treatment table and staying back fit. That's the most important bit.
I know it's halfway point in the season now, so we're going to need a big second half of the year to get ourselves going again, but I know this is a stupid question, I know how you're going to answer it, but I need to ask it. You still fully believe that we can do that in the second half? Absolutely.
Wouldn't be in the job, certainly wouldn't be standing talking to you here if I was kind of lying to myself. I'm not that kind of person. We've got quality in that squad. It's about trying to re-spark the belief and gain that bit of form. And listen, football is a cruel game sometimes, and it's a very rewarding game kind of as well, so we've got to make sure that we don't kind of distance ourselves from the reality. That the reality is the headaches and the kind of complications that we've had just now haven't been ideal, but we've got the boys coming back who are going to start to contribute, and listen, it's certainly achievable. I think it's a couple of games, 3 wins back to back, and other teams kind of dropping points certainly puts you right back in the mix with the second part of the season to go, so full of confidence for me and definitely can do it.
Absolutely. Rhys, thank you very much.
Cheers.
Dean, welcome back. Obviously not the result you were hoping for your return. What did you make of the game?
It was quite close, a quite even game until they scored, and then they gained a wee bit of control. Obviously we were kind of sitting in as a bank of 4 trying to stop them getting through us, but the 2 goals are preventable. But in the meantime, I think the second half had all the ball in their half. It's just not creating that cutting edge.
The second goal, I think we spoke to Rhys about it, and I think conceding that second goal so quickly must have been very, very annoying for you guys, because 1-0, okay, you can sort of go back into that, 2 in such short a period of time makes it so difficult.
Yeah, it's never good when a team scores so quick. I think you're most vulnerable when you just concede as well, so it's not good. We can do so much better, but it's about making it right, and unfortunately we have to do it.
It's obviously been a long time since you were back out there on the pitch. How did it feel to be back?
Yeah, it felt good. I've been itching to go back for months. As soon as I get injured, I'm like, can't wait to get back. Do everything in my power to get back. But it felt good out there, obviously, with the gaffer being back as well, with him barking instructions as well, which is obviously makes it easier for me.
It's obviously not the ideal end to the calendar at home, but we've got a game next week, so all about trying to go out there and get that win at Accies to really kick-start the season again.
Yeah, that game's done, as you said, so it's a little bit of preparation this week, and so I know it's hard to take confidence into games, but with us coming back and more boys to come back, then it should lift the team, get more confidence and go and get the win.
How frustrating has it been for you watching from the sidelines, because it's been a hell of a long time since you were able to contribute, watching the results happening when you know that there's nothing at that point you can do about it? Must have been difficult for you mentally.
Yeah, it's horrible watching. It's the worst thing. I get more nervous watching than I do playing, which is weird, but it's been a tough, I think that's 4 months, almost 4.5 months, so it's been really tough, but I'm just glad to get back out there.
The second half, obviously we knew we had a big job to do to try and get those 2 goals back, and one of the big chances we create, we don't manage to take it, that one-on-one that we create quite well. When we get those moments, we almost sound like broken records now, I appreciate that, but it's about making sure we take them, right?
Yeah, it's obviously, I said that to Lewis, I said if that's you confident at the start of the season, he was up against Aberdeen and he's got by with that confidence, that level of performance, he tucks it away easy. It's just because the bottom of the league, a lot of pressure. Well, there shouldn't be pressure, but obviously the boys do feel pressure, that's normal, but any other day he tucks it away.
We've got you back, we've got the gaffer back as well, more players hopefully will be coming back as the weeks tick by. Is there still a belief in that dressing room that we can turn this around? Yeah,
100%. If there isn't, there's a big problem, so it's about getting everyone to believe. That's the hard bit, getting everyone on board to follow what the gaffer's saying, and I think we'll be fine. It's just getting the results today now. It's performance level first, and then obviously the result is the most important thing.
Dean, thank you very much for speaking to us, and well done for coming back again.
Thank you. Cheers.